People are demanding leadership on a lot of issues. More than 20 of your Democratic colleagues, many sitting right there in your caucus, are thinking about running. When are you going to decide what to do? There are reports that you're considering an even much more vigorous campaign than you did in 2016.
Andrea, today we are trying to end the worst humanitarian disaster on earth, and I'm going to focus on that. I like, as you know, to focus on the real issues impacting working families, crisis in healthcare, the high cost of prescription drugs. I will make that decision, when I think it's appropriate. If, and that is an if, I do decide to run, we're going to be taking on, the pharmaceutical industry and the insurance industry and Wall Street and all of the powerful special interests who now control much of what goes on in Congress. So it's not an easy decision. We got to determine what kind of grassroots support exists, and that's what we're looking at right now.
Well, according to Jonathan Martin of the New York Times, you went over to see Elizabeth Warren last night. Presumably 2020 came up. You share a lot of common beliefs.
Do you really think that the American people are eagerly interested? I talk to Elizabeth Warren every single day. No, I don't. I think maybe the American people want to know how we're going to provide health care to all of our people. Let's discuss it. How we're going to take on the greed of the pharmaceutical industry. How we're going to end this terrible war in Yemen. The fact that two senators get together to chat becomes a big deal. That's a real problem, I think, from the media that we should be thinking about.
But those of us, all of us who cover politics, believe that Democrats now confronting a big class of people who want to run, young, old, experienced, inexperienced, less experienced. You've got young people like Beto O'Rourke. You've got Julian Castro already saying he has an exploratory committee. Their prime goal is, how do we organize so that your issues, the things you care about passionately, I was on the road with you, and you are more vigorous than anyone I've ever covered in campaigning. How are you going to get those issues in front of the American people if you've got a two-tier debate structure with 20 or 30 people dividing the Democratic Party and not finding the 1 or 2 or 5 people who are best capable of challenging Donald Trump?
You know how we're going to do it, Andrew? We're going to ask people like yourself and NBC and CBS and ABC to talk about the burning issues facing the American people so that the American people can then determine which candidate, Republican, Democrat, whatever, is addressing those issues. But you have heard me say a million times, Andrea, and let me mention it again right now. We need serious discussion in this country on serious issues. We've got to do it in Congress, and we've got to do it in the media. And our job is to give our views on those issues, let the American people decide who they think can do a good job in protecting their families and addressing those problems.
Well, fair point, and you're doing it today. You did it yesterday and days before on the Senate floor on this issue. We welcome that debate anytime, and please come back.
Okay, thank you very much.
Early and often. Senator Bernie Sanders,
you.
Thank you.